Hey guys, welcome to another math lesson with Miss Robinson. It is Tuesday, March 24th. Um, so far we have learned how to subtract tens from a number using different strategies. We have used open number lines where we have to plug in the numbers. We've used addition to subtract where we start at the add-in and we count up until we get to our final number. We have used a hundreds chart, and we have used place value blocks. So today I'm going to teach you a different strategy, and it may seem a little tough at first, but once you practice, it's going to be super easy. So repeat after me. I can use mental math to subtract 10 from a 2-digit number. So all that means is we're going to be starting at a number and we're going to be taking 10 from it. We're still subtracting groups of 10, but we're just going to work with taking 10 away. So taking one 10 away today. So at this point in the lesson, you have done the solve and share and you've turned that into me. I hope so. And you have also watched the visual learning bridge. Now, in the visual learning bridge, it showed you a couple different ways to subtract 10 from a number. So, and I'm just looking at the visual learning bridge that was in my book. So if you printed the sheets out or you're looking at the PDF of our work for today, you should have that sheet. But they have shown you place value blocks, and there's also a partial hundreds chart on there as well. And it says you have used different ways to subtract tens. So they did find 35, subtract 10. So what they did is on this hundreds chart, they started at the number 35, and now when we go back 10, when we subtract 10, all we do is go up one row. So 35 subtract 10 would be 25. So they also did it with place value blocks, and I'm just going to draw place value blocks real quick. So they did 35 in place value blocks, and to take 10 away, all they did was mark one of those out. So now you can see you've got 25. Okay, you still get the same answer, just a different way to do it. And then on your solve and share, it had you do it another way, which is what I've got up here on the board. It had you using 10 frames and counters. So that's what we're going to be practicing for numbers 1 and 2. We're going to use 10 frames. And then for numbers 3 and 4, we're going to try a couple different strategies. Number 1 says 26 subtract 10 equals blank. So I drew the example from the book. So I've got my 10 and 10, which makes 20, and then 6 makes 26. So I've got my 26 counters here, and it says to take 10 away. Now I could start and I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But then I've got one full 10 frame and then some left. The easiest way to take 10 away is just going to be to mark out one of those complete 10 frames. Because I know that this is 10, right? A full 10 frame has 10 in it. So I know this is 10. And now all I have to do is count. Well, this is 10 and this has 6. So 10 plus 6 is 16. So 26 subtract 10 would be 16. Okay. So let's try that with a different set of numbers. So give me just a second and let me draw some more 10 frames up here and try to salvage this one. Okay, so I'm back with 26. If I fill in this 10 frame, I now have 30 and I need 32. So let's draw one more. It's a little too big. Okay, so now I've got 32. And now remember we said to take 10 away, we're just going to mark one out. So I'm going to mark out one of my 10 frames. And 32 subtract 10 is going to be 22. Now if you look at 32 and 22, something is the same in each one of the numbers. Can you tell me what it is? That's right, the 2. And the 2 in each of those numbers is in what place? Is it in the tens digit in the front, or is it in the ones digit in the back? That's right, it's in the ones digit. So when we are taking 10 away from a number, this one digit's going to stay the same, but the tens digit's going to go down by 1 if we're taking it away. Now if we were adding to it, this digit would go up by 1, but since we're taking it away, it's going to go down by 1. Okay? So 32 subtract 10 is 22. And once you think about it like that the tens digit's going to go down, but the 1 stays the same, using the mental math is going to be a lot easier. Now number 3 says 98 subtract 10. So you guys are still doing this with me. But I wanted to use a different strategy. So I'm going to use my 100 chart, okay? So I'm going to start at 98. Actually, let me take this up to my board so you all can see it better. Okay, I'll rewrite our problem. Okay, so again, 98 subtracts 10. So all I'm going to do is go to my hundreds chart and I'm going to find 98. So let's see, 98 is right here. Now we've already talked about if we're subtracting 10 on a hundreds chart, we're just going to move up a row. So if I move up a row, 98 subtract 10 would give me 88. Now, do you see what number is the same from 98 and 88? That ones digit is still the same. It did not change. The only thing that changed was the 9 went to an 8 when we subtracted 10, okay? So that shows you the ones digit does not change if you're just subtracting 10, but the tens digit will change. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to let you guys do some on your own. Oh gosh, technical difficulties here today, guys. That's okay. Alrighty, number 4. 44 subtract 10. So I'm going to use one more strategy today, and that is place value blocks. So if I draw place value blocks on this board, I'm going to start with 44, okay? So 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 4. So I've got my 44, and if I want to take 10 away, am I going to remove one of the small circles, or am I going to remove one of the large tens? That's right, I'm going to take a 10 away. So if I put an X through the 10, I'm going to have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 left. So 44 subtract 10 is 34. And if you'll notice, the ones digit has remained the same. I had a 4 to begin with. I still have a 4 in the ones place. But my tens digit, the 4, changed to a 3 because I took 10 away. Okay? Alright. So, I know on page 637 there's a lot of problems, but this is going to give you a chance to practice different strategies and to get your knowledge of tens and ones a little bit better, so it is easier to use the mental math. So you're going to do all the problems on page 637 and all the problems on page 638, okay? So you're going to do all of those for both pages and then have your parents send me your assignment, and make sure you do your quick check and make sure you've done your solve and share online as well. All right? If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Bye.